All right, welcome on back to Skippers. Today we are tier listing Major League Baseball teams based on just this season. We're about 45 games into the season, so we are going to list them through our 5 tiers that we have made up so far. We can change them if we want to, but this video brought to you by FanDuel Canada. If you're betting on baseball in Canada, that is the place to be doing it. We do it all the time there, even if you're in America. Use FanDuel again. So we'll go through the tiers. Right now, we have World Series contender, playoffs. I'm getting there. What are you doing? And poverty franchise. Any immediate changes we want to make here?
I think tank for Holiday.
Okay.
Ethan Holiday season. No, I agree. Poverty franchise is a good one. What are you doing is kind of funny because you don't know like the team's right in the middle of playoffs, and
we have our favorite team in the what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I agree. I agree with this.
All right. So we will begin the Arizona Diamondbacks 21-23, 7.5 games back of the Dodgers for the lead. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and their run differential is plus 15 runs. Johnny, where are you putting the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Tough division. They made the playoffs last year.
It's a tough division because you know who's at the top.
Yeah. You're playing for a wild card every year.
Yeah, I don't think it's tough after that.
So I think I'm getting there.
Yep.
They're right in the middle. Run differential is really good. Probably face some pretty decent teams. And yeah, they'll probably sneak in.
They are 5-13 against teams over 500.
Yeah. Okay, that's not great. I'm getting there. Yeah,
okay.
I'm getting there. It's still for them. It's still too early because you have guys like Corbin Carroll who haven't been producing, what they should be doing. So yeah, I think I'm getting there. I wouldn't put them in what are you doing just yet because they're still fairly a young team.
Yeah, there's enough talent for the Diamondbacks to figure things out. Yeah. I agree. The 26-14 Atlanta Braves. They are 3 games behind the Phillies in the NL East. Right now, a run differential, plus 48.
This is the easiest one on the board, probably, alongside the next team as well. They're World Series contenders, obviously. One of the best teams in baseball, a wagon. Bryce Elder's their 4-5 guy, and he is somehow they still win games that he pitches in. They're going to win the division with these. I believe their odds are like minus 2,000 to win the NL East. So this is a World Series contending team, and they always will be as long as they have all these guys on cheap contracts. So
agreed. Good one. I don't have anything to say about that. Yeah. We move to the next one. Baltimore Orioles, 27-14 right now. Wild card spot because they are half a game behind the New York Yankees. Their run differential is plus 49. They are 14-5 against teams over 500.
This is another World Series contending team. Their lineup is insane.
They're struggling right now against righties and still finding ways to win, which is the tale of a very, very good baseball team.
Yeah, that's what good baseball teams do. When they struggle, they still find ways to win. Like, for example, they weren't hitting this week in the series against the Jays, and they still won. They found a way to win 3-2 in extra innings against the Blue Jays. So, in the 9th inning against the Blue Jays. So, this is a team that just figures it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
We move. Boston Red Sox, same division, 22-21. They're up in a wild card spot, I believe.
Yeah.
6.5 games back of the Yankees for the division, plus 31 run differential, 8-17 against teams over 500.
Their pitching's really good. That's the difference. I think they'll come back to earth. That's sooner than later. So I'm probably going to put them in No.
But see, what they're doing. You know what they're doing.
They're doing what the Jays did last year. They're pitching.
Kind of, but they have 3 great guys coming up. Teal, Anthony, and Marcelo Meyer.
So maybe I'm getting there.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there as well. If you're able to turn your pitching into that good and you have 3 hitting prospects coming up, I think they know what they are doing at least.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in a middle spot based on how they'll compete at the major league level.
Yeah.
They have a clear path to getting better.
Decent prospects. They got the Devers, and that Tyler O'Neill signing has been incredible. So I'm getting there for them. I would probably categorize them the exact same as Diamondbacks, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just maybe a little bit better pitching in an easier, in a harder division. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the Chicago Cubs, 25-19, 9-9 against teams over 500. Their run differential plus 15.
Playoffs.
I think they can get
this
the playoffs.
This team is fun.
Too.
This rotation is very fun. Justin Steele, my God, is incredible. Eminaga is incredible. Assad is incredible. Like this team is
Assad getting away with murder at 91 is something inspiring.
This is a fun team in Chicago. A very fun team, very promising. Cody Bellinger hasn't even really got going at all this season. So I like where the Cubs are at, solely based on the fact that they can really rely on their pitching, and they have one of the best prospect systems in baseball, right? I mean, Pete Crow Armstrong got called up. They have some other guys in the ringer waiting to get called up. So I like the Cubs. I think the Cubs are a playoff team. They should be. They should win the division, to be honest with you.
You think they can win the division? The Brewers are really good as well.
But I think the Brewers will come back down to light.
I think they should find themselves in a wild card spot at least. So I'm good with the Cubs in the playoffs. The Chicago White Sox, their crosstown.
Yeah, we know what this is.
Their crosstown teammates, 14-30, run differential of -87. They are 10-22 against teams over 500. So kind of a tough schedule to start.
I think they're a poverty franchise, obviously. Terrible ownership. Don't know what they're doing. No direction. No prospects either, I believe. Like
the Colson Montgomery, they're okay in prospects. It's not that exciting, I believe.
And you got Garrett Crochet, who looks unreal his last couple starts as well. But this is, I think they'll be decent down the road, a couple of years. Right now, they're doing that thing where they sign all old guys just to fill the roster.
Yeah.
Like Tommy Pham will probably get
so
dealt.
You can sell them. Fetty, you can sell
Tommy Pham will get dealt at the deadline. Fetty will get dealt at the deadline. This is a team that in a couple of years will be good because they'll have a pretty good prospect pool based off of the good signings they've made this offseason.
Yeah, Robert's hurt as well, so I'm fine with you there. Nice little fall off quick for them. The Cincinnati Reds, 18-25, 2-8 in their last 10, 6-13 against teams over 500, -3 run differential.
What are you doing? Probably.
They're too hurt for me to be in. What are you doing? They're too hurt because they have.
But they can't be a poverty franchise though.
They are certainly not. I think I'm getting there with the Reds. They're
Ellie's fun.
Matt
McLean's fun. He's obviously injured. Nick Lodolo's good.
Yeah.
Montas is okay, but that Candelario signing has not been that good for them. I guess I'm getting there. Would be there. I think the Red Sox are way better than them though. That's the problem. Like,
okay, that's fine. I don't think the Red Sox are great at the plate.
Yeah.
I think that will Rafaela, all of those guys Rafaela's hitting 205, but again, they're kind of different teams.
Yeah.
In that way, the Cleveland Guardians are the next team, 27-17, plus 48 run differential, and they are 13-8 against teams over 500. I
didn't realize that was a record. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's them and the Royals and the Twins are all pretty good in this division. So
a division that we were chirping at the start of the year.
100%, we were doing.
But we could look back on this video and
the Royals are 7-11 against teams over 500. The Twins are 9-13 against teams over 500. The Guards are the only one in that division doing that well against what we would probably call the better teams right now. Like the Tigers are 21-22. They're okay.
I think this team wins the division.
Interesting.
I think they're better than the Twins. I think they're better than the Royals. I think everything will figure itself out in a couple of weeks.
I don't think they're better than the Twins.
I think they are. I think their offense bangs, man. I think their offense really bangs. I don't know. I like this Guardians team. I really do. I like this Guardians team.
Josh Naylor taking another step is awesome to watch.
Ridiculous stuff. What a bad trade for the Padres.
Yeah.
Really bad trade.
We forget he was a Miami Marlin at first, too.
A bad trade for the Marlins. This is... Yeah, he's special. Naylor's special. Probably one of the best first basemen in the league. They are a fun team to watch. I do enjoy watching the Guardians. They're a little bit different than the brand of baseball they've been playing. They've been hitting home runs, so... I like the Guardians.
Okay.
I like the Guardians.
We'll put them in the playoff tier. Next, Rocktober. We are in full swing of the Rockies' probably biggest win streak of the season right now. And they're on a 7-game heater, still -55 run differential, and they are 5-10 against teams over 500. They're a poverty franchise.
They're a poverty franchise. I don't think their prospect pool is good either.
No, like Dollander, Veen.
They're a fun team to watch if you have no expectations.
Correct.
As a fan of them, I wouldn't be happy because they have not been good for a while. But this is a team where there's not really any sense of direction on where they're going. They don't no prospect pool. That Chris Bryant deal, my God, terrible. Ryan McMahon's fun. Brenton Doyle is fun.
Tavares
is fun. Tavares is fun. Yeah, they should. Yeah, they're just a poverty franchise.
They are a poverty franchise, but they're playing good baseball
Yeah.
as of this minute. The Detroit Tigers, Motown, 21-22, +1 run differential, 10-13 against teams over 500.
I'm getting there.
Are you?
Their pitching's fun. I really enjoy their pitching. Reese Olson shoved last start, looked great. Casey Mize has been okay, not great, but okay.
I think
Jack Flaherty's good.
Yes, good signing.
Yeah.
I think they're just in the middle of. They're just mid at
Yeah.
this point. I think they have a plan. Decent prospects. I mean, you're getting Max Clark. You're still far away from him.
Yeah.
But then Colt Keith, Young, all those guys.
Torque struggled. Riley Green's good.
What do we want to do?
This is a
I'm getting there.
yeah.
I think they're just a little above what are you doing because I kind of know what they're doing. Houston Astros are next.
I think they're what are you doing?
Do you?
Yeah.
Their record would say that.
I think this team at some point will just go on like a 20-4 run.
I agree. So they're
And then-
18-25 right now. Winners of 4 straight. Only a -17 run differential. They are 8-21 against teams over 500. So that's a decent amount of games. Tough start to the schedule.
29 games against teams above 500. Wow. I can't put a team with that record, and I'm getting there. I can't.
Okay.
It's what are you doing right now?
We think they're better.
Yeah.
We know they're better than
Yeah.
this. The Royals in a playoff spot, second wild card, obviously super early. Not going to victory lap anything on that.
Yeah.
26-19. Their run differentials +45. They're 7-11 against teams over 500. That is not a lot of games. What are your thoughts on the Royals?
I'm getting
they're-
there.
I think they're the clear-cut 3 in their division, and I don't think that's good enough to get them into
Yeah,
the
I'm
playoff.
getting there. I wouldn't put them in the playoffs.
Their pitching's been really good. Reagans,
Lugo.
Waka. There are some good things for the Royals. I just think they're the clear 3 in that division.
Next one's easy.
The Los
Poverty
Angeles
franchise.
Angels,
Poverty.
16-28. 10
I don't know how you root for this team, dude. You have one of the best hitters ever. Maybe one of the best, paired with one of the best hitters ever last year. And you can't make the playoffs. You can't even push for a division title. This is a poverty franchise with no direction, just happy with
And
selling
no
tickets.
prospects.
And no prospects. Just happy to be there.
Happy to be in the sun.
Happy to be in the sun. Happy to sell tickets.
All right. Then we go to the Los Angeles Dodgers,
Yeah, we
the
know this
best
one.
team in baseball.
Yeah.
We can go to their record. They are 29-16. Okay, so worse winning percentage than the Phils.
Yeah.
But a +81 run differential.
Oh my God.
They've only played 9 games against teams over 500.
This is a World Series contending team.
The Phillies have only played 3 games with teams over 500.
Oh. Okay.
So there's some.
Phillies are going to win the division with, or I'm sorry, the Braves are in the division. Sucks for Phillies. Phillies are going to be a wild card team again. That sucks.
Dodgers are World Series contenders,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
doubt about
yeah.
that. The Miami Marlins are up next, 13-32,
Oh
worst
my
record
God.
in the National League.
This team stinks. They're unwatchable, really. They're starting to sell pieces, though, which is starting to give you a little bit of a direction. But at the end of the day, they are a poverty franchise. Max Meyer, they sent him down after he had a 2 ERA. They are clearly trying to tank for higher draft picks. They're starting to sell everyone. I hope Jazz Chisholm gets dealt. They are just a poverty franchise. They always will be at this point. I don't know what the hell they're doing. No one shows up to their games, which sucks. And they're just a poverty franchise. They are.
All right, Milwaukee Brewers, I think easy playoff team. 26-17, 10-10 against teams over 500, +42 run differential. Finding ways to win right now.
Playoff team.
I think they're a playoff team as well. Both of those teams in the division, I think the Cubs and the Brewers are going to have a good chance of making that.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of Brewers baseball.
Me
so
neither.
Churio hasn't been the best to start the year. I think he can kind of figure some things out after a first half. Wouldn't even call it slump. He's up to 6 home runs, 10 stolen bases, so pretty good. But still, I think that they are a playoff team along with the Cubs. The Minnesota Twins are up next. They are in a wild card spot, the third one, 24-18. They went on the heater where they won a million straight
Against
games.
the White Sox,
Yeah, +19 run differential, 9-13 against teams over 500.
I'm getting there, I think.
I think they're better than I think we should put them in playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think we should put them in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just they've went on a run against bad teams, right? Like
we might have too many teams in playoffs.
Yeah.
But the Twins made it last year. They have the blueprint of how they're going to win baseball games, and they're still a little unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like their potentially best hitter, Jeffers, has shown that he can be a fantastic major league hitter, but one of their best hitters is
Royce
still
Lewis
hurt.
is out. Yeah.
So I'll go playoffs for the Minnesota Twins. The New York Mets are up next. They're 19-23, -9 run differential, 9-16 against teams over 500.
What are you doing, maybe?
Yeah.
They're still eating all those massive contracts, right?
Yes. The what are you doing and I'm getting there isn't necessarily, we'll tell the people how good we think the teams are. It's more what's going on with the Mets. Because they bring up Christian Scott. Francisco Alvarez is hurt a bunch. Beatty hasn't taken any big steps forward, I don't think. So I don't really know what the Mets are wanting to do. They want to win. They're going to be the third best team in their division. Guaranteed.
Yeah, no matter what happens, really. Like Phillies and Braves, it's like what we got with the Jays. We got the Yankees, Orioles.
And the Nats are better than the Mets right now.
You're fighting for a third place finish.
All right, the Bronx Bombers are winning the World Series.
They're World Series contenders. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
They're doing all this without Garrett Cole and Jason Dominguez in their lineup.
They said they're going to send him to AAA too. They're not even going to call him up right away. They're going to option him immediately. 29-15 plus 62 run differential.
And they're about to win today. So they're about to be 30-15. They are a special team.
Juan Soto is carrying them while Judge was having
and now
a down
Judge
stretch.
is starting to figure it out again.
Yeah.
So this is a World Series contending team. This is a team that is just figuring it out. Like their pitching has been great. They'll pick up a guy off the street to pitch in the bullpen. He'll have a sub-3. It's insane. So, this is a good team. I hate to say it. It breaks my heart, but the Yankees are a wagon right now.
Nice. Oakland A's, 19-26, -43 run differential, 9-18 against teams over 500, 2-8 in their last 10.
It feels wrong to put them in the poverty franchise category, but that's what their ownership group is.
It's more like what are you doing? Because I don't think they're getting that much younger every time.
Yeah.
Like you have some older pieces, like Rooker. It's interesting what they are doing to me.
I would probably put them in poverty franchise because they're not willing to spend ever. So
okay.
yeah, they're a poverty franchise right now. Although Mason Miller rocks. Mason Miller's fun. JP Sears is fun. Other than that, Rooker's fun. I have no idea.
Langoliers, Bangs.
Yeah, I got no idea what to think of this team, but they are just a poverty franchise because of their ownership group, not because of the product in the field right now.
Philadelphia Phillies are up next. Johnny's Philadelphia Phillies. They are the best team in the National League, 31-13.
My God, that record's insane.
They have played 3 games against teams over 500, 8-2 in their last 10, a plus 72 run differential.
You beat teams in front of you.
Do you think they're a playoff?
I'm saying playoffs.
Yeah, I think so too, because I don't think they're
better than the Braves.
I don't think they're better than the Braves either.
They're a playoff team.
Yeah. So I'm fine to put them there. There's not much bad things to say about the Phillies. They're really good. They just got to battle the Braves.
Yeah.
And we think the Braves are going to be better than the Phillies when the season's said and done. Finish ahead of them.
Yeah.
They're close anyways.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to win
I'm with you. I agree.
Set.
I agree.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
This is a weird one because we can't put them in the what are you doing?
Well,
because they have the prospects now. Paul Skeens, incredible. Jared Jones, incredible.
but everything else is they're not.
They have a lot of old guys, right? Like Rowdy,
McCutcheon. They're not a good baseball team. They are 19-25.
Maybe they are. What are you doing?
Yeah, because I don't think the hitting prospects aren't really there. They're loaded with pitching prospects and haven't spent yet. So maybe it's the next year where we need to take a clear movement once Jones and Skeens are back.
Once they start showing that they're able to spend and actually go out after guys and on the off season, I can't categorize them as I'm getting there yet. I mean, their pitching prospects make you want to get there, but
they do make you want to get there.
Like Paul Skeens, incredible. Jared Jones rocks. Other than that, though, it's like there's not really many. Jack Sawinski. Yeah, they're what are you doing? O'Neal Cruz rocks, Cabrian Hayes rocks, but other than that, though, you have some old guys that are just clogging it up, like Connor Joe, who.
Yeah, Nick Gonzalez he called up, so
Yeah.
one of your younger guys. But I'm there with the
Yeah.
Pirates. We know what their direction should be. I just don't know if they have the prospects to do that and do it quickly.
Yeah.
So they'll kind of be in the in-between phase for a little bit. The San Diego Padres occupying the third wild card spot, 22 and 24, 11-9 against teams over 500, a +4 run differential. I'm almost in. I think they're good.
I'm getting there. Because they just beat the Dodgers at home in a series, 2-3. And then you get swept by the Rockies. But this lineup is insane. You got Arias, Tatis, Machado, Cronenworth, Profar, even near Profar.
Yeah, Profar is going nuts.
Profar,
Jackson Merrill,
Campusano. Like, this is I'm getting their team.
Ha-Seong Kim, we didn't
Yeah,
say.
Ha-Seong Kim's been bad. They're like 202 average.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
he has a track record of being good at some point.
Yeah, I'm right there. I think I'm getting there. I don't think they're I can't categorize them as a playoff team just yet.
No,
Yeah.
I'd agree with
They got to go on a little run.
San Francisco Giants, 20 and 25, hurt. The prospects aren't great.
What are you doing?
They went
for it.
And Matt Chapman was leading the league in errors. Solaire's on the IL. Jung-Hoo Lee hurt.
Yeah.
Probably done for the season.
Blake Snell's not doing well.
They spent
on a very mid free agency class.
Correct.
Which is what's the problem.
Yes.
And that's now going to handicap them for a while. So that's why what are you doing?
Next, Seattle Mariners. Let's look at their stats: 24 and 20, not 12 and 14 against teams over 500, +10 run differential. Can't score a run to save their lives, but they are letting none of them in. I think it's a playoff.
Yeah, they're a
team.
playoff team.
I do think it's a playoff team. It might go similarly to last year, where they just couldn't.
They struggled.
Yeah, they just couldn't hit their way out of it. But right there on a playoff team. So we might have too many playoff teams, but it's the caliber of team we're going to go off of. St. Louis Cardinals, what are you doing? All of Paul Goldschmidt, how did
They're
he
also
regress?
their prospects aren't really panning out. Jordan Walker's
in
terrible.
AAA, striking out to David Fletcher.
Yeah.
It's insane what's happening.
Paul Goldschmidt's really bad this year. Nolan Arenado's been a bright spot. He's been okay in terms of them. He's been okay. Nootbaar struggled. Lance Lynn has struggled yesterday. Sonny Gray's even struggling now. This is a what are you doing franchise, unfortunately, right now.
Yep. Next, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're okay. Like they
can't hit.
The team's okay, and they have Junior Caminero just sitting in the minors, going 3 for 3, couple home runs, couple doubles. I don't really know what they are doing. They're hurt a lot this year.
Yes.
A bunch of their pitchers.
Shane Boz is coming up, though. I saw he
Yeah, but
rehabbed.
you just don't have Rasmussen. You don't have McClanahan, all those guys. So, I kind of know what they're doing. It's a bridge year to next year.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
No.
So, I'll go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But fully knowing what they are doing.
Yes. They're in a bridge year.
Yes.
The injuries really screwed them. So.
Texas Rangers, they are 23 and 22 right now with a bunch of injuries.
They're going to make the playoffs. They're a playoff team.
I think you can pencil them in to being a playoff
World
team.
Series champs. You got to give them that
They're
respect.
so injured
They're
now.
very injured, and they're keeping their head above water. One game above 500. So it's hard to
Tip your cap.
It's hard to downplay how good this team probably should be and probably will be after the All-Star break. So DeGrom, I don't know if he's coming back. Scherzer will be, I'm pretty sure. This is going to be a playoff team. Evaldi's not even pitching right now, I don't think. So, yeah, keeping the head above water. John Gray, throwing out John Gray every 5 days. This is a playoff team. Now, the next one's a tough one because we root for this team. We cover this team. The Blue Jays are what are you doing?
In between phase right now. Yeah. The prospects aren't that exciting coming up, and the major league team is not performing as to how you'd want.
No.
Can't really hit, can pitch really well, can defend really well. The scoring runs has been a real problem for the Jays. 19 and 23, -47 run differential, 13 and 17 against teams over 500. They might have faced, they might have the most games against teams over 500 in baseball, though. No, the Angels and White Sox have more, just by 2. Close, though. Very close. Fine with the Jays there. And the Washington Nationals, I'm fine with putting in. I'm getting there.
Yeah, they're a fun club.
They are a fun club. They are so gritty. They were gritty last year as well. We know what the Nationals are doing. Their team they have right now is not the team they want in a year, the team they want in 2 years.
This is a bridge year.
Yeah. James Wood would be up if they think they're contending this season. So I'm getting there. Don't think they make the playoffs.
And they have that guy from LSU coming up, too.
Yeah, Dylan Cruz. They do. So I will go with the Nats, and I'm getting there. Pretty even on the team distribution here. 4 teams we think can win the World Series at this point.
Yeah.
And
just
it
the
might be
wagons. And yeah, I think unless there's an insanity run in the playoffs, I think one of those teams will win the World Series.
All right.
I'm not sure who.
Well, thank you to FanDuel Canada for sponsoring the video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave in the comments where you think your team got wronged, because that's where these comments
usually what will happen.
Yeah, it's not commenting on other teams. It's we did your team wrong.
Yeah.
So comment that. Sorry if we hurt your feelings, but we will see you guys tomorrow for Must Add.
There we go.